I want to take you to Chennai for the latest. 70 crore rupees in new currency has been seized. Now, you and I are standing in a queue for 2,000 rupees from the ATM or 24,000 rupees per month through a check. But how is it that some elements have 70 crore rupees already in new currency? Where is our system going wrong? The Income Tax Department has carried out a series of raids across 8 locations. 90 crore rupees in cash has been seized. Out of the seized money, 70 crore are in new notes. Also, 100 kilograms of gold has been seized so far. We are getting more information from the spot. Income tax raids and seizures are still underway at T Nagar in Chennai, and there appears to be a big nexus of some kind of businessmen, jewelers and sand miners operating together. We are still waiting to get more information about the areas where raids are being carried out, but sources say raids are being carried out to unravel a big money exchange racket that's been operating in Chennai. Okay. India Today's Pramod Madhav now joins me with the latest on this story. Pramod, what more can you tell us about these raids? What's the latest? How did these people get 70 crore rupees?
Well, like you said, it's actually a very big question to find out how these people got their hands into 70 crore rupees of note. But let me show you where we are exactly. This is a place in Senampet, and if my camera person could pan to the left, you'll see that first floor over there. That is where the raid is currently happening. You could see 2 policemen stationed out. I think they've gone inside right now. Presently, the additional director of Income Tax Investigative Wing and the director are both here. They just came over 10 minutes ago, and just 5 minutes ago, one of the counting machine was taken away from here. Initially, we thought there were only 2 counting machines, but now we find to see that there are more than 4, and this particular raid in this place alone has been happening since morning 10 o'clock. We spoke to the policeman stationed here and found out that they came by 10 o'clock, and before that itself it has started. Close to 20 officers are there inside, and the amount is really huge. We also come to know that more and more are being unearthed, not from this place, from Anna Nagar and Thiruvallur and more places as well. Now, after getting the count as to how much money and gold is being here, now once again they will go ahead with the other step of finding out who and all are involved in this.
Okay, stay with me. This figure is mind-numbing. I also want to bring in Rajiv Dubey, Managing Editor of Business Today, who joins us on the broadcast. Rajiv, are there no systems in place, no systems of checks and balances? You and I stand in a queue for 2,000 rupees from the ATM or 24,000 rupees a week from the bank, and that too, the bank says it's not available. Sometimes they'll give us 4,000, sometimes they give us 5,000. How do these unscrupulous elements get this kind of money? 70 crore in new currency?
Well, there are systems in place. It's just that the systems are being flouted, without any checks and balances. If you look at it, this couldn't be possible without a very, very well organized racket, which involves involvement of several bank branch managers and bank executives, because the money is actually coming into the banks first, the new notes, and only then it's going into the hands of the public or the companies. So, and money of this nature cannot go out without the involvement of bank managers. One of the reasons why the government is actually keeping a very close eye on something like 50 odd branches across the country and their activities, which are very abnormal since November 9. Okay. So there has been involvement of definitely involvement of bank branches in this.
Because Rajiv, when we go to a bank, there is this notice pasted, we've run out of cash, or ATM machines are running dry. But that is because illegally, apparently, this money is going to these elements. 70 crore in new currency, and this isn't the only place. We have a list of places where money has been recovered in crores in several places. So what steps can the RBI take? What steps should the RBI take? Exemplary punishment against these banks that are involved, so that it's a deterrent for other banks. They shouldn't be involved in illegal activities.
So I think as far as the RBI is concerned, the rules, the laws are all in place. It's a question of whether they are being flouted and to catch those guys who have flouted those norms. The point here is that many of these bank branches have people waiting in queues for almost 400 people, 500 people waiting in queues endlessly. And even though bank branches are getting only about 10 to 20% of the money that they need on a daily basis, one of the reasons why these queues are longer is because the money is being siphoned out of the branches through different accounts.
Okay, so Pramod, is this just the income tax department that's carrying out these raids, or is there a parallel raid by the Chennai police? Shouldn't the Chennai police also find out if at all bankers are involved, who are these bankers who are involved, and lock them up so that we don't see long queues outside banks and ATMs are running dry and these illegal elements having 70 crore in cash in new currency?
Well, I have to point this thing to you that even this raid would have gone very silently had it not been to our sources who informed us that such a thing is happening at such point here. For instance, the media here only came to know about this around 2 p.m. Until that this raid was happening here, we did not know anything because this particular building alone is inside another building. For instance, from the road, the main road, you have to walk almost 200 meters inside. Such a secluded area, if my camera person could pan, you could see like the building is surrounded by buildings on all sides. Such a location, and on the first floor this is happening right now. And when it comes to the money over there, they are still counting, and all we know for now is that the income tax department investigative team is involved, and the police are only giving protection as of now. The police does not have any kind of plan for now to go ahead with a separate investigation about the bankers. That should be the next step, I suppose.
Oh, absolutely, and immediately. Pramod, keep tracking that story. I will come back to you for more.